Hey guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Now let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu's Biafra agitation and the IPOB's proscriptions ethnic discrimination against the Igbo nation. Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has said that the proscription of IPOB is tantamount to economic discrimination against the Igbos in the southeast region of the country. Now, we know that IPOB as an organization on several occasions has been tagged as a terrorist organization by the Nigerian government. IPOB has been tagged by the Nigerian government as a terrorist organization, and you see the way they go after its members. They go after them like they are some kind of terrorists. Meanwhile, other groups, other agitation groups like the Yoruba Nation, the Oduduwa People's Congress, the Niger Delta Avengers of Ijaw Nation, the Mieti Allah, Katuhori Breeders Association and all of that, they were not proscribed by the federal government. They are not being tagged as a terrorist organization. They are not being witch hunted by the Nigerian government and the Nigerian army. So this so far has shown the discrimination of against the Igbo people. This has shown that the federal government does not like and appreciate Igbos. Aloy Ejimako, the special counsel of Nnamdi Kanu, made a whole list. The Ariwa Youth Consultative Forum, the Hausa/Fulani ethnic stock. These guys, they are agitating for one reason or the other. They are other agitation groups in this country. But why is it that IPOB is always being witch hunted by the federal government? The actions of the federal government in proscribing IPOB was driven by economic consideration against the Igbo nation. It is being driven by the economic consideration against the Igbo nation. It's obvious they have this hate towards the Igbo nation. And the questionable administrative action to proscribe IPOB and to declare it as a terrorist group was preceded by the infamous public declaration made by the Southeast governors proscribing IPOB on September 17, 2017. According to these guys, the government of Nigeria fixed an ex parte application before the Federal High Court seeking a formal judicial order to proscribe IPOB and to declare it as a terrorist group. And this happened in 2017. This happened in 2017 without the prior notice to IPOB or to give IPOB the opportunity to make representation for themselves, without giving IPOB the opportunity to defend themselves. No, all of a sudden, one justice of the Federal High Court, Adu in Abuja, made an ex parte order without the prior notice to IPOB or giving IPOB an opportunity to speak up for themselves, to defend themselves. They just declared IPOB a terrorist organization and ordering its proscription. And this order was made under the color of the provisions of the Nigeria's Terrorism Prevention Act 2011 as amended. Now, in taking the decision to proscribe IPOB and to declare it a terrorist group, neither the Southeast governors nor the federal government had recourse to Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution, which prohibits discrimination based on ethnicity and public opinion. And at this point, they have tagged all IPOB members as terrorists. Nnamdi Kanu is being treated as a terrorist. Nnamdi Kanu is being treated as one who has caused harm to many people. We've seen the ordeal of Nnamdi Kanu in the hands of the Nigeria's criminal justice system. We've seen the ordeal of Nnamdi Kanu in the hands of the DSS. We've seen a lot of things. Nnamdi Kanu has gone through a whole lot of things. The actions of the federal government on the proscription of IPOB is motivated by ethnic bias and discrimination against Igbos. One can only come to that conclusion that is why they are doing all these things, because they have this hate against Igbos. The federal government had meant to eliminate Kanu in an Operation Python dance by the military. That was few years back. This happened in his hometown in Abia State. So many lives were lost. So many people's lives were lost. Properties were destroyed because they aimed to take Nnamdi Kanu's life. But unfortunately for them, he had to flee. He fled. But some of his kinsmen, some of his people, they were not so lucky enough. And some were caught in the crossfire of the Nigeria's government, discrimination against the Igbo nation. And that was how Nnamdi Kanu left the country. He fled for his life. So those people that are saying, well, IPOB is a terrorist organization, those people that are agreeing with the Nigerian government, they have a reason for doing all these things because of the hate they have against the Igbo ethnic group. That is why we are seeing so many selective nature of the government actions. The government, they tend to do things, but they do it in a selective way. Now we question and we ask ourselves, little do we wonder, why is it that Omoyele Sowore, Sunday Igboho, other activists, even the Miati Allah Cattle Hori Breeders Association, that Bello, the guy has been released. He has been released. I mean, all the crimes they have committed, the federal government, they said they should go. Now tell me, why are they holding this man? Tell me, why are they holding him? But we can only come to a conclusion that it is because of the hate the Nigerian government has against Igbos. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu will not give up on his fight for the actualization of the Biafra nation. Because he knows if he drops this fight, the Igbo nation will be doomed. The people of the southeastern extraction, they will be doomed in this country called Nigeria. So we've been talking about ethnic bias, which has, aided in the prolonged detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Other separatist leaders from different regions, they've been released. So tell me why the government is still insisting on holding Nnamdi Kanu captive. There have been several calls for his unconditional release, but they choose not to hear, all these calls because they are against the Biafra's self-determination. They know that if that Biafra's self-determination is actualized, if Biafra is actualized in Nigeria, it is over for them. That is why they are fighting so hard to make sure they don't see that dream come to pass. But with the help of God Almighty, Nnamdi Kanu's quest for Biafra will surely prevail. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.